Mama. So today we are going to work on getting in the hips, and releasing some tension, freeing up some space and creating a little bit more movement and fluidity within this part of the body. Tight hips, I mean, this is probably the number one tightest spot for most people that I know, including myself. And we just hold a lot of tension in this part of the body. And sometimes when we have tight tension in the hips, it can lead to issues with lower back, posture, just alignment, everything, right? Everything is connected. And this is a very important part of the body. So today we're just going to work on creating flow, creating movement, and really getting into the hips and trying to release a little bit. So some of these poses, might cause a little bit of, I don't want to say discomfort, but might bring up some emotions, it might bring up some certain sensations, and just notice what happens. Be compassionate with yourself and try to just, not judge it and not attach to anything that is happening or going on, and just sort of sit there, move through it with the breath, with awareness, and slowly release as these things come up throughout the practice. So with that, we will begin. So we're going to begin seated, closing the eyes, grounding the sit bones into the earth. Just slowly begin to bring your awareness down into the pelvic region, into the hip sockets, moving the breath all the way down. Just noticing how this part of the body is feeling. We're going to begin just with a few hip circles. So letting the weight go from sit bone back towards the tailbone, other sit bone forward towards the pubic bone. Just letting the top part of the body do whatever. Maybe you want to release and let the neck flow. Shoulders, releasing the arms. Just whatever feels natural. This week is also about finding your flow. So doing whatever feels right and in sync with yourself, your body, your breath in this moment. Reversing directions whenever you feel ready. Just noticing how the hips are feeling. Noticing any tightness, tenderness. Maybe pausing in a certain position. Moving the breath. And exhaling, seeing if we can release a little bit more. Just doing this exercise for a couple more breaths. Slowly bringing ourselves back to center and opening the eyes. Excellent. Coming over onto hands and knees. Let's bring the knees wide, toes come together, and just sit the hips back over the heels in child's pose. Inhale, moving the breath down into the spine. Letting the back expand out. Exhaling, softening down through the hips a little bit more. Inhale, moving the breath. Feeling the kidneys and the back expand. Exhaling, softening, releasing a bit more through the hips and groin. Taking one more breath here. Next, inhale, coming back up onto hands and knees. Tucking the toes, lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the sit bones. Begin to walk your dog, slowly lowering one heel at a time. Melting the heart through the shoulders. Feel the scapulas come down on the back. Sit bones reach for the sky. Maybe we begin to lower the heels. Slowly begin to walk the feet towards the top of the mat, coming into forward fold. Grounding down through both feet. Inhaling, arms reaching out and up. Shoulders relaxed. Look up, palms touch. And exhaling, hands down through heart center. Moving to the tops of our mat, coming into our mountain pose. Feet hip width apart, muscle onto the bone, activate the thighs. Hugging in through to the midline with our core set muscles. Chest lifts, shoulders relax, push up through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach out and up, gaze up, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the chest. Hands and crown to floor fold. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold, hands come down, stepping that right foot back into lunge. Dropping that right knee, top of the foot to the floor. Release the right hand. We're going to begin circling this left arm forward, up, back, and around. And then as the hand comes forward, the hips are going to come back into half split. Left toe lifts. As the hand comes up, we're going to bend forward back into that left knee. Reach that left hand back. As the hand comes down and forward, hips come back, half split. Inhaling, pressing back into our crescent lunge. Inhale. And just finding your flow with this. So moving your legs and body as feels good for you. And now coming back into our half split, we're going to let that left hand drop. Reach those left toes up. Bring that right hip forward, left hip back. Breathe into the back left hamstring. Exhaling, trying to release a little bit of tension. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, lift the gaze, bending back into that front left knee. Scissoring the legs towards each other. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up. Coming into the front right psoas. So inhale, we're lifting and lengthening. Exhale, we're softening down into the hips. Inhale's breathing into the rib cage, feeling the expansion. Exhale, softening, releasing. Good, releasing the hands back down. This time we're going to bend that right knee up, place the left hand on the knee, and reach around with the right hand to grab the right foot. Woo. Scissor the legs towards each other to keep your balance. And let the left palm face up. So once again, on the inhales, we're lengthening. If we can't grab our foot here, you can always use a strap, or if it's just too much, let the foot be down. And as you begin to release, maybe you can place the hand on top of the foot, pull the heel in towards the bum, and on the exhale, releasing. So just sitting with the sensations, let the gaze be soft. Notice if you're clenching in the jaw, in the forehead, in the shoulders, relaxing, releasing a little bit more. One more breath here. Slowly releasing down. Hands frame the left foot, lift the back heel, lift the back knee. Grounding the right hand. Inhale, reach the left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Exhale, bring the hips back, straighten the left leg. Inhale, bend into lunge. Exhale, straighten the left leg, left toes lift, coming into triangle. Inhale, lunge. Doing this for a couple of rounds, finding your flow. And after the next lunge, drop the hands, step the left foot back, coming into plank. Exhale, lowering knees, chest, chin, down to the mat, inchworm. Inhale, tops of the feet to the floor, roll the shoulders back, coming up into cobra. Exhale, keep elbows in by the rib cage to the knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the right hip on top of the left. Bend the right knee. Let the right heel come back towards the left buttocks. Taking one more breath here. Next, inhale, square the hips, kick back through the right heel, and step the right foot through, coming into lunge. Exhaling, left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, grounding down through both feet, arms reaching out and up, shoulders relaxed, look up, palms touch, and exhaling down through heart center. Other side. Coming back to the tops of our mat, feet hip width apart, coming into our mountain pose. Activate the thighs, core set muscles, heart and chest lifts, shoulders relax, push up through the crown. Inhaling, arms lift out and up, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the chest. Hands and crown to floor fold. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold, hands come down, stepping our right foot back into lunge. Dropping the right knee, top of the foot to the floor. Grounding into that left hand, we're going to begin just rotating the arm with our circles. And then as the arm comes down and forward, hips will come back. Arm goes back and down, hips come forward. So just finding your flow, finding movement within the shoulder, within the hips. Taking your time, moving with your breath. One more round. And this time letting the right hand drop as we lift the right toes back. Bring that right hip back, left hip forward, coming into our half split. Right toes flex towards the ceiling as we begin to release into the back right hamstring. Moving the breath to where we feel the tightness and tenderness. Exhaling, releasing just a bit more. Next, inhale, coming back into the front right knee, making sure knee over the ankle. Scissor the feet towards each other. Inhale, reaching out and up. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Inhale, we're lifting, we're extending, and on the exhale, we're releasing down into the hips, letting the hips fall towards the earth. Inhale, keep this extension and expansion through the side bodies. Exhale, release. One more breath here. Next, exhale, let the hands come down. We're going to bend that left foot, bring that right hand to the thigh, reach around with the left. Maybe we're just holding from the outside of the left foot. Let the right forearm rest on the thigh, palm facing up, gaze forward. Maybe you can begin to move the palm to the top of the foot to reach the heel closer to the bum. And with the exhales, begin to release into the hips. Using the breath to breathe into the thighs, hips, wherever you're feeling any tightness or tenderness. Exhaling away the tension. Softening the forehead, softening the jaw. One more breath here. Good. Exhale, slowly releasing down. Hands frame the foot. Curl the left toes under. Lift up into lunge. Exhale, hips come back. Straighten the right leg. Fold over the right shin for pyramid. Inhale, bending back in. Let the gaze come forward. Lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Left hip forward, right hip back. Fold. Inhale, lunge. Just doing this a few times, following your flow. grounding down into the left hand. Inhale, reach that right hand back up towards the sky, twist. And exhale, lower down. Stepping that right foot back, coming into plank. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin, down to the mat, inchworm. Inhale, toss the feet to the floor. Roll the shoulders back, coming up, baby cobra. Exhale, press back to the knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Shifting the weight to the right foot. Inhale, reach the left heel towards the sky. Exhale, stack the left hip on top of the right. Bend the left heel down towards the right bum. Breathing here. Next inhale, square the hips, kick back through the left heel, and step the left foot through, coming in to lunge. Exhale, right foot forward to meet the left, forward fold, crown to floor. Inhaling, grounding down through both feet, arms reaching out and up, shoulders relaxed, look up, palms touch. And exhaling, hands to heart. Closing the eyes for a moment. Noticing how you feel. And slowly coming down onto our backs. Inhale, bring the right knee up towards the shoulder, interlacing the hands. Try to keep the shoulders down on the mat, elbows in by the rib cage. Left leg long, strong on the ground. With every exhale, gently pulling just a little bit more with the arm strength, pulling the knee down towards the shoulder. One more breath. Good. Exhale. Let the right arm fall out. Use the left hand to guide the right thigh across the body, coming into a reclined twist. Trying to keep the right shoulder down. Maybe we let the gaze come out over the right palm if that feels okay for the neck. Bringing the back of the head back down to the mat, coming back through center. One more little squeeze. And exhale, release the right leg down, other side. Inhale, left leg up, interlacing the hands around the shin. Interlacing with the opposite thumb on top this time. Keep the elbows close to the body, using that bicep strength to pull and release. Bringing that knee just a little bit closer to the armpit. One more breath here. Exhale, releasing that left hand out to the side. Use that right to guide that right knee and thigh across the body. That left knee and thigh across to the right side of the body. Maybe let the gaze come out over the left palm. If that feels good, if not, keep the back of the head with the gaze up. Taking one more breath here. Good. Bringing the left knee back towards center. Giving yourself one more squeeze. Exhale, left leg coming down. Bringing both legs up now. Feel the lower back, the lumbar section connect with the mat nice and flat, and grabbing on from the outsides of your feet. If you can't grab from the outside, maybe you can grab from the inside for happy baby. So once again, pulling down, using the arm strength as if we're trying to bring the knees down towards the mat. Maybe you want to rock your happy baby side to side. Or just sit in stillness. Find your flow. Find what feels good for you. Trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't bring the shoulders scrunched up towards the ears. Let them relax down, if possible, remaining on the mat. One more breath here. Pull. Exhale, release. Let the knees come together now, bending the heels down towards the hips and giving ourselves one more hug. So maybe it's just enough to hug behind the thighs. Maybe you can reach over the shins. Maybe you can clasp your hands, grab your wrists, or maybe reach towards the elbows. Once again, keep the shoulders down and relaxed. Maybe we want to give ourselves some nice small circles on the lower back. you go one direction, make sure you go the other. Coming back to stillness, we'll give ourselves one more squeeze and tuck the chin to the chest. Really curl up into a nice little ball. Then exhale, release and lengthen the legs all the way down. Letting the toes roll out, heels roll in. Bring the shoulders back down the back. Arms falling out to the sides, palms facing up. And just begin to let go of your practice, let go of your breath, let go of your efforts. Coming into a state of sweet surrender. Resting here in Shavasana for 5 minutes if your day allows. Coming out whenever you feel ready. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.